Okay.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
Indecent exposure.
No, but I didn't have any of my body
Someone
parts
called.
out.
On the afternoon of July 1st, 2021, officers from the Tybee Island Police Department descended on Tybee Island Beach in Tybee Island, Georgia. The police had been called by a member of the public because, according to them, a woman had walked past the caller's family tent several times and eventually found a spot a short distance away in front of it.
Nice.
How you doing, ma'am? I'm Officer Dollar with Tybee. Can we speak to you for a second? We'll get you over there. Okay. Go ahead and bring your stuff. Yep. Alright. What's your name, ma'am?
Chris?
Chris?
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah, can I ask what the problem is?
Alright, so someone called us. We got multiple calls about you. About
What?
something pertaining on the beach.
Yes.
Were you supposed to be, were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
What?
Like, what were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to coming here? Prior to coming here. Were you at the beach at some point in time?
Okay, I don't understand. There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Alright, well, like I said, someone called, and they saw you doing something you weren't
I
supposed to be
didn't.
doing.
No, that's not true. Okay, look, is this something that my phone should be off for or on for?
You could, whatever you want to do. It's your right. If you want to record this conversation, you can, but we are also recording, so you know.
Okay, can you show? I mean, who did I offend? I don't understand. What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you're masturbating on the beach.
Who saw that?
I mean, a couple people.
No, they
families.
didn't. That's not
You
true.
know, why would they call us that?
Okay, because I was by myself. Now, I will tell you this. The only way that somebody would have called you is if it was a military operation. They're fucking doing this.
What do you mean military?
Never mind. Okay, so nobody was around. Was it an anonymous call? Is this one of my buddies? Okay,
No,
one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies. It's a family.
Okay, look, let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there
I would-
anything in the bag?
No.
Is it right if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it, and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really understand what y'all are.
We're just here because someone called and we're
This-
very concerned. Okay.
This
and
is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
It's my
Yeah.
vibrator, but I just put it in my. I was sitting on the beach, and I just.
Okay.
Do I get a ticket?
So you did have a vibrator.
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this, and I just put it in there, and it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
I
Is
got
that?
you. Okay. Just hang tight for me.
I'm sorry. Nobody saw me. I was in the
Okay.
water. Okay, so what? If this is anonymous call,
Okay. I mean, yeah.
People did see it. We didn't get a call for no reason.
I swear to God, I was sitting in the water. Nobody saw it.
I got you. Well, I mean, if nobody saw it, then they wouldn't have called, right?
Nobody saw it.
Man, please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
Put your other hand.
You want to take primary notice?
I'm on it to take it since it's on.
Okay, I got you.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure.
No, but I didn't have any of my body
Someone
parts
called.
out.
It doesn't matter. A family saw it. They had kids.
Hey, what? Are you?
That's
There
why they
was
called.
nobody around me.
So
Nothing in here that shouldn't be in here?
No.
Okay.
well, I'm just gonna throw this in here. Okay.
Car.
Yep.
This yours, ma'am? This yours?
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is Jesus Christ. Because it's not. This is not.
Okay, 9. We're at the helicopter.
All right, awesome. Oh, it's right here? Sweet, thank you so much. What's your name? Amber? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for confirmation.
Ma'am?
You got our ID yet?
No, we haven't gotten our ID yet. I just throw that in the bag. $15's heavy. Can you run a Georgia 27?
Check these.
Okay.
These are all broken up into half pills.
Okay.
Use track.
Oh, Jesus. She said there's a vibrator in there.
Yeah, she said she didn't have
So, oh, nice. It's a bullet style. That's what they call it.
Dump all this mess out of the office.
Oh, Jesus. Knows you going through it. You locking everything.
Pop the trunk.
Yep.
Look at the code book, see what she was charging.
Okay. I mean, and she admitted to it, and she said she had an orgasm on the beach and all that other good mess. So, yeah. All right. Cool.
What's the clock?
It's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Alrighty. What's that? Mm-hmm.
I got you. And I mean,
to be completely honest with you, I really don't care what you did, you know, but again, someone saw it, so that's why we're here, you know? I mean, if you're gonna do something like that, you know, don't get caught. That's all I have to say, you know? So, I mean, I got nothing against you, you know?
Glick was arrested and charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct. If you're not familiar with this story, then you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's the end of it. She went through the legal process and received her punishment in the state of Georgia. A first offense of indecent exposure is classed as a misdemeanor, so you'd be right to think that she got a slap on the wrist. But what if I told you she didn't even make it through the whole legal process because she passed just months after her arrest? But the circumstances surrounding her death aren't as straightforward as you may think. Whips, 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 whips were Christina's life leading up into the beach incident to being a, quote, wild one, according to one unnamed relative. So you'd be right to think that she got a slap on the wrist. And although there isn't much information about her early life, we do know that the beach incident wasn't her first run-in with the law. She got in trouble, got herself arrested. She went to prison in Florida. It isn't entirely clear why she specifically went to prison, but we do know that she had been arrested on a handful of occasions in 2018. She was accused of stealing a car, and in that same year, she was arrested a handful of times for public drunkenness. Her life prior to the 2018 arrests was far from stable. You see, she had 2 sons with 2 different men, a 19-year-old from a relationship way back in the day, and a 15-year-old from a marriage that ended in divorce in 2015. Although the divorce went through in 2015, the marriage had broken down years before. Just 6 months after the 15-year-old was born, she left the family home to go on her own journey in life. The child was left with his father. Over the years, she had little contact with either of her children and their fathers. But on at least one occasion, she and her, at the time, husband rekindled. After she spent time in jail, her husband took her back. But she was wired a short while after they got back together. She fell in with a real bad crowd. She was drinking and taking drugs, and she had been living at a property in Hinesville, Georgia. I'm not judging, but there were a lot of men, and we heard she worked at a strip club too. She was always nice to talk to, always smiled, said hello to our kids when she was coming in and out. Came March of 2022. Over the next 12 days, Felicity continued to try and reach out to Christina, but all attempts failed. Then, on the 31st of March 2022, Felicity and her boyfriend decided it was for the best to enter the property to see what was going on for themselves. It was then a gruesome discovery was made. I was sitting waiting in my truck when Felicity and her boyfriend came down and said, "Something's wrong. We think there's a dead body in there." They pretty much turned straight around when they opened the door. I didn't believe it. I thought they were messing. So I went up. When Felicity's family friend Gareth White entered the apartment, he knew straight away that someone had died. The smell alone was enough to tell him that. And so there she was, Christina, decomposing on the floor in the property. She had been dead for roughly a month. After an investigation, detectives concluded that she took her own life for reasons unknown. But people connected to the incident don't really buy into that story. I want police to explore the possibility that she may have been murdered after the discovery was made. Felicity asked her sister, Whitney Phillips, to act on her behalf moving forward, as the incident was too much for her to handle. When Whitney entered the property, she noticed that there was blood in every room. Not only that, but there was other evidence to suggest foul play. There was blood in every room in the apartment, but there were other things, like unopened packages, things for the apartment,